Hey everybody, this is Dan Phelps with Learning to Smoke, back again with you. Today we're going to be doing a side dish, a quintessential side dish when it comes to barbecue, and that is baked beans. Traditional baked beans are going to take hours and hours to slow cook, and they're going to be worth it. But today we're going to go over a fast and easier recipe for you that should be done in about an hour. What we're going to do is going to take some existing baked beans and we're going to add our own flavors to it, such as seasonings, onions, bacon, brown sugar, ketchup. You'll see in the video. And if you haven't already, make sure to like, subscribe, and also comment. Let me know what you think about the baked beans that you see here today. To start things off with this easy baked beans recipe, I've got a yellow onion. And I'm cutting yellow onion because it is a little sweeter, which also adds to the sweeter profile of the baked beans. And so I'm going to chop this up, and as you can see, I'm going to dice it up using a unique method here where I start cutting into quarters and taking those quarters and then slicing up into little thin slices there. Rotate that quarter onion, then I'll start doing the thin slices again, and this gives me diced onions in a quick, easy way. I'm going to do this with all quarters of the onion there, and I'm going to set that aside, and then I'm going to start working on the garlic. Now I'm going to use 2 cloves of garlic. Now these cloves are a little bigger, and so I'm going to smash them down, as you'll see here, and then I'll start chopping them up. I love the flavor and the aroma that garlic brings to most recipes, especially with these baked beans. You can either mince the garlic yourself or you can just buy a jar of minced garlic and use that. I do find that the flavor is a little more pungent when you use a real garlic clove, at least a fresh one I should say, as compared to the ones that come in the jar. So I got 2 cloves here all chopped up. I'm going to set that aside and bring on the bacon. So I got 2 strips of bacon here that I'm going to chop up into little pieces. And I actually added in a third one after filming this because, you know, I wanted more bacon and nothing wrong with that. So throw that in the skillet there. I got that on medium heat. Cook that down a little bit. And as that cooks, throw in the onion. And when the onion starts to get translucent, add in your garlic because you don't want the garlic to burn too much. So add that near the end. And then you add in your spices. So I'm adding some chili powder, some salt, pepper, and ground mustard. Mix that in so those ingredients are already in the skillet. And now we're going to add in some other ingredients here. We're going to add in some ketchup. So I got about a ½ cup of ketchup right here. Gonna scoop out. I'm gonna add my brown sugar, got a ½ cup of that. Then I got some apple cider vinegar and some maple syrup. And I'll mix that around there with the bacon and the onions and garlic and other ingredients and let that simmer for about 2 or 3 minutes. And after that, I add in the baked beans. So I'm using Bush's baked beans. I got 2 cans of that. And I'll bring that up to a gentle boil for about a couple minutes. And I'll pull that off. I'll put this on my Yoder smoker, YS640, with hickory and cherry woods at 350 degrees. I'm going to leave that on there for about 40 minutes. And then I'll come back, and it's looking good. The texture looks great. The sauce that we made with it gives it that nice mahogany color. So mix it around, and you'll see that color dissipate a little bit, but the flavors are still there, so don't you worry. I'm going to set that down, and it's ready to eat. So I'm just going to scoop that up. You can serve this as a side dish with any barbecue. Think about brisket, pulled pork, ribs, you name it. Also great at family functions too. And now that we've gone through that process, got the baked beans right here. You can't see it, they're right off camera, but they're right there, I promise you. I even scooped some up myself, as you may have seen in the video. I haven't tried them yet, not this batch at least. Let's see how it goes. Way better than canned version, and going to be just as good as those long cooking beans that you do. When you get the baked beans from the can, they're already going to have those bits of bacon in them. So we added more bacon, and we also added onion and garlic and some other ingredients. Great thing with these baked beans is that we're going to add our own flavors to it. Baked beans are usually going to be sweet to the taste. You can always spice it up by adding some hot sauce to your personal bowl or even to the entire dish if you want. I've got some fire black that I'm going to add here to the sauce, and it's going to be awesome. It's got charred chilies, some garlic, and some lime flavoring to it. Are really going to give us a good balance of some sweet with a little bit of heat. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to comment. Let me know what you want to see in the future. But in the meantime, this is Dan Phelps signing off, saying hope your days are filled with good times, good friends, and good barbecue. Excuse me, I got some beans to eat.